15 interesting facts about Norway. Norway, a country of stunning natural beauty, is located in northern Europe and is renowned for its dramatic landscapes, famed for its deep, narrow fjords carved by ancient glaciers. Its coastline is a maze of inlets and islands. The country is also home to vast forests, majestic mountains, and the phenomenon of the Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis, which captivates visitors during the winter months, with a rich Viking history and a strong focus on. Number 1. Home of the Vikings. Norway is widely considered one of the primary homelands of the Vikings, seafaring warriors, traders, and explorers who emerged from Scandinavia during the late 8th to early 11th centuries. The rugged Norwegian coastline, with its deep fjords and natural harbors, was the perfect launching point for longships that would sail as far as North America to the west and the Middle East to the east. Norwegian Vikings were known not just for raiding, but also for establishing settlements and trade routes across Europe and beyond. They founded colonies in places like Iceland, Greenland, and even parts of modern-day Scotland and Ireland. The spirit of exploration and resilience that defined the Viking age still resonates in Norwegian culture today. Museums like the Viking Ship Museum in Oslo preserve remarkably well-preserved ships, weapons, and artifacts, offering a tangible link to this adventurous past. The legacy of the Vikings continues to shape Norway's identity, from its folklore and traditions to its national pride in maritime heritage. Number 2. The Nobel Peace Prize. The Nobel Peace Prize holds a unique place among the 5 original Nobel Prizes, established by Alfred Nobel's will in 1895, while the other 4 prizes, for physics, chemistry, medicine, and literature, are awarded in Stockholm, Sweden. The Peace Prize is presented annually in Oslo, Norway. This distinction dates back to Nobel's specific instructions, though he never explained why he chose Norway for this honor. Some historians believe it may be due to Norway's strong tradition of peaceful diplomacy at the time, or perhaps its union with Sweden, which was peaceful but separate in governance. The Peace Prize is awarded by the Norwegian Nobel Committee, appointed by the Norwegian Parliament, and honors individuals or organizations that have made significant contributions to the promotion of peace. This tradition continues today, highlighting the enduring importance of international peace and cooperation. Number 3. The Lærdal Tunnel. The Lærdal Tunnel, located in Norway, is the longest road tunnel in the world, stretching an impressive 24.5 kilometers, or about 15 miles. It connects the cities of Lærdal and Åland in western Norway and was officially opened in the year 2000, designed to improve travel between Oslo and Bergen by avoiding mountain passes that can be dangerous in winter. The tunnel is a remarkable feat of engineering. One of its most innovative features is its lighting system. Every 6 kilometers, there are specially designed rest areas lit with blue and yellow lights, which simulate daylight and provide a visual break for drivers. These illuminated zones help reduce driver fatigue and improve concentration during the 20-minute journey through the tunnel. By combining functionality with driver safety and comfort, the Lærdal Tunnel stands as a model of thoughtful infrastructure design. Number 4. A penguin was knighted. In one of the most unusual cases of military honors, a king penguin named Nils Olav became a knight. He resides at the Edinburgh Zoo in Scotland and is the official mascot of the Norwegian King's Guard. The tradition began in 1972 when a penguin was adopted by the Norwegian military unit during a visit to the zoo. Over the years, successive penguins have taken on the name Nils Olav, each being promoted through the ranks. The current Nils Olav was knighted in 2008 by Norway's King Harald V and now holds the honorary rank of brigadier. During formal ceremonies attended by uniformed soldiers, the penguin even inspects the troops. This quirky but respectful tradition symbolizes the close ties between Norway and Scotland and has made Sir Nils Olav a beloved and highly decorated figure in both military and animal circles. Number 5. The Midnight Sun and Polar Night. Norway's unique position within the Arctic Circle means that some of its northern regions experience dramatic seasonal shifts in daylight during the summer months. Areas such as Tromsø and Svalbard witness the midnight sun, a natural phenomenon where the sun remains visible around the clock, even at midnight. This period can last from several days to a few months, depending on how far north you are. It creates a surreal, golden glow in the sky and allows for outdoor activities at all hours. In contrast, during the heart of winter, these same areas face the polar night. For weeks or even months, the sun never rises above the horizon, plunging the landscape into a long twilight. Although it remains dark, the skies often display stunning shades of blue, and the aurora borealis, northern lights, can frequently be seen dancing overhead. These light extremes deeply influence daily life, culture, and even mood for those living in Arctic Norway. Number 6. Salmon sushi. Salmon sushi, one of the most popular types of sushi today, wasn't always part of traditional Japanese cuisine. In fact, its rise to fame is largely thanks to Norway. During the 1980s, Norway had an abundant supply of high-quality Atlantic salmon and was looking for new export markets. At the time, raw salmon was not commonly used in Japan for sushi. Due to concerns about parasites in local fish, Norwegian seafood exporters saw an opportunity and launched a campaign called Project Japan, aimed at introducing their parasite-free, farm-raised salmon to the Japanese market. With persistent marketing efforts and collaboration with Japanese chefs, the idea gradually gained acceptance. Salmon's mild flavor, rich texture, and bright color made it an appealing addition to sushi menus, not just in Japan, but eventually worldwide. Today, it's hard to imagine a sushi platter without it, but it all began with a clever export strategy from a small Nordic country. Number 7. Invented the cheese slicer. The cheese slicer, a common tool found in kitchens around the world, was invented in 1925 by a Norwegian furniture maker named Thor Bjørklund. Drawing from his experience working with woodworking tools, particularly the carpenter's plane, Bjørklund sought a better way to cut cheese evenly and efficiently. At the time, slicing cheese with a knife often led to uneven pieces and wasted product. His invention introduced a simple, yet effective design, a flat metal surface with a sharp slot that allowed users to produce uniform slices with ease. The tool quickly gained popularity in Norway and eventually spread across Europe and beyond. Today, nearly a century later, Bjørklund's cheese slicer remains largely unchanged in design and continues to be a trusted utensil in homes and professional kitchens alike. His innovation not only improved how people enjoyed cheese, but also demonstrated how a practical solution to a simple problem can have a lasting global impact. Number 8. Winter Olympics dominance. Despite having a relatively small population, Norway has established itself as the most successful nation in the history of the Winter Olympic Games. With a deep cultural connection to winter sports, Norwegians have consistently excelled in events such as cross-country skiing, biathlon, ski jumping, and speed skating. Since the first Winter Olympics in 1924, Norway has topped the medal tables multiple times and holds the record for the highest total number of Winter Olympic medals overall. This success is often attributed to the country's snowy climate, widespread access to winter sports from an early age, and a national emphasis on outdoor activity and physical fitness. What's remarkable is not just the quantity of medals, but the consistency over nearly a century of competition. Norway's performance is a testament to how a focused sporting culture, community support, and natural conditions can lead a small nation to dominate on one of the biggest global stages in sport. Number 9. A love for the outdoors. Norwegians are known for their deep-rooted love of nature, a passion that's best captured by the word friluftsliv, a uniquely Norwegian term that translates to open-air living. More than just enjoying the outdoors, friluftsliv reflects a lifestyle and mindset that values spending time in nature for relaxation, recreation, and well-being. It's about hiking in the mountains, skiing through forests, camping by lakes, or simply taking a quiet walk, often regardless of the weather. This connection to nature is instilled from a young age, with schools and families encouraging outdoor play and activities year-round. In Norway, being outside isn't just for exercise, it's considered essential for a balanced, healthy life. This philosophy is deeply woven into Norwegian culture and contributes to the country's strong emphasis on environmental awareness, physical fitness, and mental well-being. Friluftsliv is not just a pastime, it's a way of life that continues to shape the Norwegian identity. Number 10. Hydropower King. Norway is often called the Hydropower King, and for good reason. Around 98 to 99% of the country's electricity is generated from hydroelectric power. This makes Norway one of the cleanest and most renewable energy producers in the world, thanks to its mountainous terrain, abundant rainfall, and numerous rivers and waterfalls. The country is perfectly suited for hydropower rather than relying on fossil fuels. Norway began investing in hydroelectric infrastructure as early as the late 19th century, and today it operates hundreds of hydropower plants across the country. This near-total reliance on renewable energy not only drastically reduces Norway's carbon footprint, but also positions it as a global leader in sustainable energy practices. It also allows Norway to export surplus electricity to neighboring countries, further supporting clean energy in the region. In a world facing climate challenges, Norway stands out as a successful example of how natural resources, long-term planning, and environmental commitment can work together to power a nation. Number 11. Trolls and folklore. Trolls hold a special place in Norwegian folklore and mythology, forming one of the most iconic elements of the country's cultural heritage. These legendary creatures are often depicted as large, ancient, and somewhat mysterious beings that dwell deep in the mountains, forests, or hidden caves of Norway's rugged landscape, sometimes portrayed as fearsome, and other times as slow-witted, or even comical. Trolls have long fascinated Norwegians, appearing in countless fairy tales, legends, and children's stories passed down through generations. They are often used to explain natural features, like oddly shaped rocks or dramatic peaks, believed to be trolls turned to stone by sunlight. Their presence reflects the strong connection between Norwegian storytelling and the natural world, where myth and landscape intertwine. Today, trolls remain a beloved symbol in Norwegian culture, featured in books, art, souvenirs, and even tourist attractions, serving as a whimsical reminder of the country's rich oral traditions and imaginative spirit. Number 12. The longest coastline in Europe. Norway boasts the longest and one of the most dramatic coastlines in all of Europe, and indeed, the world, stretching over 100,000 kilometers, when including its more than 50,000 islands and countless fjords. Norway's coastline is a stunning mix of rugged cliffs, narrow inlets, and winding sea passages. This unique geography was shaped by glaciers during the Ice Age, carving out deep fjords that now define much of the country's natural beauty. The coastline plays a central role in Norwegian life, culturally, economically, and historically. Fishing villages dot the shorelines, maritime traditions run deep, and many communities still depend on the sea for livelihood and transport. From the Arctic landscapes of the north to the temperate waters of the south, Norway's coastline is not just long, it's incredibly diverse and visually breathtaking. It's a key part of the nation's identity, attracting millions of visitors and providing endless opportunities for exploration and adventure. Number 13. Give to London. Since 1947, Norway has given a very special annual gift to the City of London, a towering Norwegian spruce tree placed prominently in Trafalgar Square during the Christmas season. This tradition began as a heartfelt gesture of gratitude from the Norwegian people to the United Kingdom for their support during World War II, particularly for helping the Norwegian royal family and government in exile during the Nazi occupation. The tree, usually over 20 meters tall, is carefully selected from the forests near Oslo and is treated with great ceremony. It's often cut in a formal event attended by Norwegian and British officials, then transported by sea to London. Once in Trafalgar Square, the tree is decorated in traditional Norwegian style with vertical strings of white lights, and it becomes a central part of London's festive atmosphere. More than just a Christmas decoration, the tree stands as a living symbol of friendship, gratitude, and the enduring ties between Norway and the UK, a tradition that has lasted for nearly 80 years. Number 14. The paperclip. The humble paperclip, a small but essential office item, has an unexpected connection to Norway. In 1890, a Norwegian inventor named Johan Voller was granted a patent for a version of the paperclip, while a similar design was already in circulation, particularly the more familiar gem style from Britain. Voller's design was unique and developed independently. Although his version was never widely adopted commercially, the paperclip has come to symbolize Norwegian ingenuity. During World War II, when Norway was under Nazi occupation, the paperclip even became a quiet symbol of resistance. Norwegians would wear paperclips on their lapels to show solidarity and unity, especially when other patriotic symbols were banned. So while Voller may not have invented the exact version we use today, his contribution and the cultural significance that followed helped give the paperclip a special place in Norway's national story, proving that even the simplest ideas can carry powerful meaning. Number 15. To official languages. Norway is unique in that it has two official written forms of its language, Bokmål and Nynorsk. Both are recognized by the government, taught in schools, and used in official documents and public administration. Bokmål, which means book language, is the more widely used form and has roots in Danish, reflecting Norway's historical union with Denmark. Nynorsk, meaning New Norwegian, was developed in the 19th century by linguist Ivar Aasen, who based it on various rural Norwegian dialects in an effort to create a more distinctly Norwegian language. Today, students in Norway learn both forms in school, and government institutions are required to support and use each appropriately, depending on the region and audience. While some Norwegians have strong preferences for one form over the other, the coexistence of Bokmål and Nynorsk reflects the country's commitment to linguistic diversity and cultural identity. It's a rare and thoughtful approach to preserving the richness of a national language. Thanks